Tensions rising between India and Pakistan over Kashmir.
The long-planned Turkish military operation in northeast Syria has been launched.
Chaos in Venezuela. Both the opposition leader and President Maduro are calling for supporters to protest.
We are witnessing a wave of demonstrations around the world. From the Middle East to Latin America and the Caribbean.
Bienvenido a la generación del Yo no me dejo, los quiero Puerto Rico.
From Europe to Africa and Asia. It is clear that there is a growing deficit of trust between people and political establishments and rising threats to the social contract.
The young could see what's in store.
Yo sí quiero un cambio y yo no voy a dejar que los demás hablen por mí.
What's lurking around the corners.
其实民主的基础本来就是建立在人民上。
طلعت طالب ابسط حقوقي فعلى الحكومه ان شاء الله تستجيب لحقوقنا واحنا مستمرين بالمظاهرات.
It's their future. They have every right to fight it.
Shalom. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Peace and mercy to the house of David, the elect. Until you all say greetings and shalom. All right, so Lord willing, this lesson isn't too long, and Lord willing, it's edifying. So this is on my spirit because the brother, a lawyer from Miami, sent a link the other day with... it was talking about 2019 and basically all the things. It was like 2019 in a snapshot or some shit like that. And it was a few minutes long, like 6 minutes of all the devastating things happening around the four corners of the earth. And so the thing that captivated my attention most was this clip you're seeing, all right, about these different nations and the uproars that are happening in the earth, man. Okay, because a lot of times these things aren't shown on TV. A lot of times we don't know about these things. They don't show them here in America. You know, America likes to keep a veil over their eyes and over their citizens. They don't want the world they don't want the citizens here to know the true chaos that the world is in and the uproar that they're having against their governments. All right, and against each other. And see, right now it seems that they're fighting against governments, but it's going to come a time where they're fighting against each other as well. But all of this is according to prophecy. So I have just a few scriptures that I want to get, you know, some that brothers know all too well, but others, you know, that I want to bring out. So I'm going to start with Matthew 24 and verse 6. It says, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet." So we're constantly hearing of wars and rumors of wars, all right? And that's what's taking place with these different nations. Kim Jong-un basically, you know, today is so-called January 1st, 2020. And he basically said that there's no more agreement between America and him concerning military, like, because I guess they made an agreement that he wouldn't shoot ballistic missiles, intercontinental ballistic missiles, ICBMs. But he said he hasn't seen any progress, and that's null and void now. So, you know, there's constantly war talk, but, you know, after so long, the war talk is going to get physical, okay, and it's going to become real. But it says, "Be ye not troubled," because they're going to come to pass, but the end is not yet. It says, "For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places." All right. So right now we're seeing these nations go up against their governments, but these people are going to begin to fight each other. OK, because right now they think they're against the government, but that's because they think they're a united front against their government. And these governments are being wicked without a doubt. OK, but the people don't realize that the man that you're rubbing shoulders with can very much be the man that's taking your head off very soon. Okay, and that's why it's important to know these scriptures. That's why it's important to know, to be in tune with the Heavenly Father. Of course, these heathen don't understand that. But even the Israelites that are scattered abroad in these different countries, they need to understand that. But kingdom, nation against nation, those are race wars, man. Kingdom against kingdom. Okay. United States versus these other countries. And it says that the beast shall hate the whore. So all of these countries are going to begin to hate the United States of America, man. All right. And you're seeing that now. They what is that, in Iraq yesterday? They sacked or tried to attempt to overthrow the United States embassy over there. And that's wild, man. And that's what it was. They had the words hashtag death to America was trending yesterday. And that's because that's what those people were chanting, and that's what they were getting out there because of the things happening to America. That's prophecy being set forth. Okay, this is Ezekiel 36:4. It says, "Therefore, ye mountains of Israel, hear the word of the Lord power." All right, and mountains in the scriptures are governments. Okay, and so Lord willing, we be of that number. All right, we will be the men of the Lord will be the modern day governments. All right, of Israel. The governing body, because the 144,000 are going to be the governing body of the kingdom of heaven. Okay, under Yahweh Shai, of course. It says, hear the word of the Lord power, Yahweh. Thus saith the Lord power to the mountains and to the hills, to the rivers and to the valleys, to the desolate wastes and to the cities that are forsaken, which became a prey and derision to the residue of the heathen that are round about. And see, that's what's going to happen. These cities are going to become desolate. They're going to be forsaken. All right. And they're going to be a prey and a derision. All right. And see, that's already happening. They're tearing their own cities down. They're tearing their governments down. And it's going to come a time they're going to tear each other down. It says, therefore saith the Lord power, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen and against all Idumea. You see that? So he says, in the fire of my jealousy, he's spoken against the residue of the heathen. All right. He says, and he makes a special shout out for against all Idumea, which is a Greek word of saying Edom, the Edomites. So not only is he just mad at the Edomites, he has a fire of jealousy towards all the other nations. So most of these nations are heathen nations. You saw Puerto Rico was in there, and there are Israelites in all of these places. A lot of these people will be Israelites. A lot of these Iranians, a lot of these that look like Spanish, a lot of these so-called East Indians that you see out here chanting and doing these things. There are definitely Israelites amongst them. Venezuela, a lot of Jakes out there, man. Predominantly a lot of Jakes, So these certain countries, they're going to find that those that are in the know and those that believe in the truth, they're going to come back to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, and they're going to follow him in truth and in sincerity and realize and to escape from the coming destruction that's going to come upon them, because they think what they're doing now is a good thing for their for themselves. But they don't understand the times that we're living in. And they don't understand that the Heavenly Father is on his way. And they don't understand that it's according to prophecy that they will be fighting this way, that they will be shooting out rubber bullets, that people will be getting killed, that they will be having smoke screens and throwing fires and fighting against the police. They don't understand that. All right, so I'm going to read verse 5 again. Therefore saith the Lord power, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen and against all Idumea. All right, Edom, you got a special shout out, man, for destruction, which I've appointed my land into their possession with the joy of all their heart, with despiteful minds to cast it out for prey. And see, that's a big reason that the Lord is coming for you, too, because what y'all did to our land, that land doesn't belong to you. The Jerusalem, that belongs to the children of Israel, the true children of Israel, which are the so-called blacks, Native Americans, and Hispanics. OK, and those that are scattered abroad. All right. So they did what they did to that place. Hey, they're going to get judged for that. All right. It says, prophesy therefore concerning the land of Israel, and saying to the mountains and to the hills and to the rivers and to the valleys, thus saith the Lord power, behold, I have spoken in my jealousy and in my fury, because ye have borne the shame of the heathen. All right. So this is talking about Israel, but nonetheless, the next verse is ties back into it. Therefore, thus saith the Lord power, I have lifted up mine hand. Surely the heathen that are about you, they shall bear their shame. All right. So they're going to bear their shame in one time or another. And this is talking now when they're doing these uproars. All right. But they're going to bear their shame for taking from us for so long, from stealing from us for so long. All right. And so even 2/3 of our people are in that heathen mind state. All right. And they're being wicked, and they're following. They're going to bear the shame of the heathen as well, because the shame of the heathen on this side is going to be judgment, death, and destruction. Okay, but the bearing of their shame in the kingdom is going to be that sadness of countenance. They're going to be happy, but they're going to be ashamed. It says some to everlasting life and some to shame and contempt. Ooh, that's beautiful. Let me get that real quick. Actually, Daniel. Because these cats that's walking around, they don't understand the Bible, and they don't understand what's going to happen to them after they leave this place, so-called leave this place. All right, this is Daniel 12 and 2. It says, and many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, and some to everlasting life, and that dust of the earth is confusion. All right, and so we were confused. All right, and so Lord willing, we be awakened to everlasting life, because we believe in the scriptures, we believe in Yahweh Shai. It says, and some to shame and everlasting contempt. All right, so that shame is going to be in the kingdom, knowing like, hey, we told your ass, we told you what was coming, and you're walking around with your head down, feeling sad, and fucked up, but everlasting contempt, because that's what you get for not believing and having no faith in Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. All right, but let me get this 2nd Esdras 9. It says, I'm going to read verse 15. Oh, I'm going to read 3 and then I'm going to read 15. It says, therefore, when there shall be seen in the earthquakes, there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world. See that? That's what we're having, uproars of the people in the world. Then thou shalt well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world hath the beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. Okay, the end is manifest. That's what's going to happen. These things that are taking place right before our very eyes. It says, even so, the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works and endings and effects and signs. And so these are some of the effects and signs being taken place all over the world. And the Lord told us of these things. It says, and everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby ye have believed. So those that will escape will have those who have had shown their works, those that have had faith, but those that have not, they're going to be in a very bad way. Okay. It's some good ones in here, but I'm going to skip down to verse 15. It says, therefore, Salakia, I have said before and now do speak and will speak it also hereafter, that there be many more of them which perish than of them which shall be saved. So a lot of these people are going to die, man, to put it plain. Majority of these people are going to die. He said there are going to be more that die, that perish, than those that be saved. It says, like as a wave is greater than a drop. Okay, that's how many people in a comparison are going to be saved. A drop of water compared to a whole wave. All right. That's how many people are going to die when in the time of Jacob's trouble, in the time of martial law, because we're heading into some very heavy times right now. All right. And so the time is now, the time to believe, the time to have faith, the time to know that the Lord is going to deliver you and save you. All right. But this is 2nd Esdras 15 and 15. I'll start at 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another people, and swords in their hands. All right. And this is talking about civil war. Civil war is going to happen. Race wars are going to happen. All right. People versus their governments. All right. Those things are going to happen. All right. It says they shall fight one against another and have swords in their hands. All right. So these people are going to have rocks. People are going to have guns. People are going to have knives, doing anything to kill each other. Okay. And these police are coming with their army and their guns and tanks and weapons. This is only beginning, man. All right. It says, for there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. You see that? So they're not going to regard their kings nor princes, which means like they're going against their governments now. They're not, in the time of Jacob's trouble, they're not going to, if they catch you on the street, that's what they say in the hood. Hey, yeah, let me catch you on the street. Hey, it ain't gonna be no regard for if you're a nobleman, or if you're a senator, if you're a house member, or if you're a mayor. They're not going to regard that, because right now the people are getting riled up but it's going to come a time where that rowling is going to get more physical, and that rowling is going to turn people against another, one against another. Okay, I'm going to jump to verse 18. It says, "For because of their pride, the city shall be destroyed. Their houses shall be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed, and the men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation." And so that's what's mainly coming to America predominantly, but all these other nations, okay, because it says when they say peace and safety, sudden destruction shall come upon them. Okay, so these people in the time of Jacob's trouble is going to be very grievous, but these uproars are happening all across the earth, man. And so right now, just because people don't see it happening on a mass scale here in America, the Lord is saving America for last, man. All right. He's showing you all of the other nations are giving previews right now. You know, the famines, the big earthquakes, the uproars. They're giving you all previews. But when that comes to America, Babylon is going to hit harder than all the others, because this is the place of liberty and a place of freedom. You know, this is the place of what they say, where you can go, the land of opportunity, you know, where everything is nice, the golden city. So the Lord is saving this, because when this falls down, hey, shit, the whole world is going to take notice of it, man. All right. Hey, so Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and mercy to the house of David, the elect. Until next time, Shalom.